Hello, rock and roll community. For our last Tuesday Tools entry this month on music materials in the classroom, we are looking at a material unique to our rock and roll programs, rainbow sheet music in our Fiddlefox books. The idea of finding alternative ways to visualize music notation isn't new. Generations of educators have found unique ways of turning the auditory experience of listening to music into a visual, written language. Today, there are still many ways of notating the same song, whether it's guitar tab, the Nashville number system, melody harp sheets, the list goes on in the US alone. The rainbow notation that we use in our Fiddlefox songbooks prepares children for reading standard music notation, or pre-reading as I like to call it, and develops hand-eye coordination skills that can be applied to more complex instruments later on in life. Our chief musical goal at Rock and Roll is to develop children's musical fluency, giving them many ways to engage with, interact with, and create their own music. The Fiddlefox books give children several avenues to do just that: to follow along to a recording by ear, to sing along with another person, if it's a child or an adult, and to play independently on a pitched percussion instrument. So let's take a look at a rainbow sheet music page. We have a title and some information on where the song comes from. And then in the top left-hand corner is the bells used section. Before you start to play, ask the child to reference this section and set up the bells they'll need. And if you're using glockenspiels, you can take off the bars that you don't need. This helps to limit the number of variables a child has to deal with as they play. Once your instrument is prepared, help the child find the first note. This helps to establish English language norms around reading top to bottom and left to right. Then, simply progress from note to note, like stringing beads onto a necklace. Focus on the color of each note, and especially where there are two or more of the same color. You may notice that the staff, which are these lines going across the page here, has only 3 lines instead of the usual 5. We cut out the top two lines of the staff to reduce visual clutter, as none of the notes on the bells or on the glockenspiel go above the red C. When working with very young children, I'm not concerned about the rhythmic value of the note, just working slowly and methodically, moving from note to note as they synchronize the movements of their hand to what's represented visually on the page. Now, when a student adds rhythm into the mix, then their playing really starts to sound like music. Fiddlefox rainbow music only uses 3 or 4 rhythm notes. We have quarter notes. Let's see, where's a quarter note? Here's a quarter note. Eighth, half, and whole. Using unpitched percussion, one lone pitched percussion instrument, like just a single bell, and mnemonic devices we cover in music class, we focus on reading a rhythm just by itself before adding the bell color and tone into the mix. For example, in this song we have double, double, beat, beat, double, double, long. Or you could read it however you want to use the mnemonic. You could do spider, spider, bee, bee, spider, spider, snail. Now, when the tone and the rhythm come together, they make melody. When a child starts to play melodies, that's when it feels the most like music. So I encourage you as a teacher to challenge yourself and play through a song on your own with either the bells or a glockenspiel so that you'll be better equipped to help a child access the self-confidence and sense of accomplishment that comes from playing a piece of music successfully. Double, double, beat, beat, double, double, long. Double, double, beat, beat, double, double, long. Double, double, beat, beat, double, double, long. Have a great week, and I'll see you next week for another Tuesday Tools. Bye, everyone.